Hi, my name is Derek Segovia, and I will be answering these 5 bullet points. Number 1, how does the church help to form us as good citizens? The church helps us to be good citizens by teaching us the teachings of Christ, which will help our conscience make better and wiser decisions. Us as humans tend to overthink a lot, and that's where our conscience comes into play, and we get somewhat blinded into making stupid decisions that will impact us in the future. Number 2 says, how were religion and politics intertwined and connected throughout history? Religion and politics have always been intertwined throughout history because of the spread of Christianity and the teachings of Christ. The Pope or priest have power in what happens through the city because they're the only ones who can communicate with God. With the coronavirus going through the world, health services advise people to not have gatherings more than 50 people. This pastor in the United States still held mass on Sunday. Later that day, he was arrested for disobeying orders and putting more than 500 people at risk. Number 3 says, what is separation between church and state? The principle that government must maintain an attitude or naturally toward religion. The First Amendment not only allows citizens the freedom to practice any religion of their choice, but also prevents the government from officially recognizing or favoring any religion. This basically gives us free of speech so we can follow any religion or practice any religion we want, and we won't get backlash for it. Number 4 says, explain the example of separation between church and state. An example of separation between church and state is the group called the Little Sisters. The Department of Health and Human Services issued a federal mandate that required employers to provide services like the week after pill on their health insurance plans. The mandate did not exempt religious nonprofit with religious objections like the Little Sisters of the Poor, a Catholic order of nuns that runs homes for elderly poor across the country. The Little Sisters repeatedly request for protection from the mandate. The federal government refused to grant them reasonable protection, and with this caused the Little Sister of the Poor hefty fines, and they had to pay those fines. At the end, the Little Sisters won the case at the U.S. Supreme Court in 2016. Number 5, explain at least three of the examples of how the church has been involved in social/political issues throughout history. Number 1 was the march in Selma with Martin Luther King, where a large group of Catholic activists joined the march. Owlette was a white priest who would support justice for African Americans. The Archbishop complained about Owlette and was kicked out of Selma for encouraging the Catholic activists to join in on the march, and was banned from Selma. Another one is Pope Francis defending women equality and says that whatever men could do, women could do. The Pope fights for equal rights for women. Until this day, women don't have equal pay or rights or equal rights. The last one is the United States. We're bringing in Muslim refugees in the country and ask Christians of the United States to keep everything peaceful and not to be racist by saying things like you caused 9/11, or they're killers, they're assassins, and they'll cause violence throughout the country. This is an example of the social/political issues because the world sees Muslims as bad people because of what groups in that follow Muslim the religion that follow the Muslim religion do, and it causes backlash against them. But not all Muslims are bad, and that's my project. Yeah, thanks for listening.